What are the real options with dealing with Russia? What are the real options with dealing with Russia? Because they're the real players in this hemisphere.
Look, I mean, Russia views this as an opportunity at a very low cost to them to thwart what they believe is a U.S. priority, particularly in our own hemisphere. But ultimately, I mean, that's their goal. They have no loyalty to Maduro. They have loyalty to having somebody there that they can control. They want to get paid back for the oil, and they'd love to have a foothold in our hemisphere. And I think the administration has made it abundantly clear, publicly and privately, that their presence in our hemisphere is unacceptable. I think it's incumbent now upon the nations of the hemisphere to be more forceful in saying the same. We should not tolerate foreign military powers from outside of our own hemisphere to have a permanent presence anywhere in this hemisphere. That applies to Russia, that applies to China, and I honestly believe that it is time to revisit some of the things that some of the initiatives that had to take place at the OAS 20 or 25 years ago, 30, 35 years ago, when you did have efforts to place foreign military and security assets inside the hemisphere. So I hope that we are continuing our work to pressure or work with our allies in the region to make it very abundantly clear we are not going to tolerate forces from outside this hemisphere to establish permanent military or security presences in our region.
People were actively conspiring against him. Seen in a recent image, we have heard of 3 high-ranking officials. Can you tell us a little bit more where this information comes from? If
No.
you make personal contact.
I'm sorry, I can't.
What image is the image you're referring to?
Any picture of him surrounded by people wearing uniforms and all saying fiel siempre, traidor nunca, traidor every night. I mean, these guys are constantly looking for a better deal. So, beyond that,
Is it a threat? Is Russia a threat? It's unacceptable, but is it a threat?
A threat in Russia?
To the United States.
Sure, absolutely.
The presence of Russia in Venezuela.
The presence of Russian security forces anywhere in our hemisphere is a direct challenge to the national security of the United States.
Let's all remember, we are just, I don't know how long, we're from Syria in this hemisphere. I mean, you've got all the bad players in Syria, what happened there? You've got Russia, you've got Iran, you've got Hezbollah, they're all there. Right? So to think that we're not going to have Syria in this hemisphere, if we don't deal with this now, it's going to happen. It's just when it happens. We have to understand we are fighting for our own freedom long term. Do we want Russia and China, Hezbollah and Iran within 2,000 miles of us being able to come up through Panama and Central America up through Mexico to get to our country? Why would we want to do that?